Hello everyone. We were discussing class 10 social science history part chapter 2. It was rise of Gandhi and freedom movement of India. So in your last class we had already discussed the key point non-cooperation movement, and now we'll be discussing the next key point. It is civil disobedience movement. Civil disobedience movement occurred in 1930. And its main factor or reason was Simon Commission. Simon Commission was a commission and it included 7 members, under the leadership of Sir John Simon. And Simon Commission reached India in 1928. But the commission did not have a single Indian member. So the Indian National Congress boycotted it. And it was the main factor of occurrence of civil disobedience movement. Simon Commission came into effect in November 1927 to report the working of the Constitution established by the Government of India Act of 1919. But the Simon Commission was accused of being an all-white commission. So it was not accepted by any political organization. All-white commission means only British members were included in the Simon Commission. When Sir John Simon came to Calcutta, he had to face strike in Bengal on 3rd February 1928. And the Calcutta session of Indian National Congress held in 1928 warned the British government that it would start a civil disobedience movement if India was not granted the Dominion status. And in the Lahore session of Indian National Congress held in 1929, it was decided that the goal of the Congress was to attain Purna Swaraj or complete independence for India. As a result, on 26th January 1930, Purna Swaraj Day was celebrated in India. And in the same year, on 31st January, Gandhi gave an ultimatum to the Viceroy of that time, Lord Irwin, to remove the evils of the British rule with a list of demands. The list of demands was prohibition of use of intoxicants, change of the ratio of rupee and sterling, reduction of the rate of land revenue, abolition of salt tax, reduction of military expenditure, reduction of expenditure on civil administration, imposition of custom duty on foreign clothes, acceptance of the postal reservation bill, abolition of the crime investigation department, release of all political prisoners, issuing license of arms to citizens for self-protection subject to popular control. These are the demands. Gandhi clearly mentioned that if those points were ignored, then they will launch the civil disobedience movement. And consequently, the civil disobedience movement started in 1930 with the famous Salt Satyagraha of Gandhi. Salt Satyagraha was also known as Dandi March, that was launched on 12 March 1930. On that particular day, Gandhi with some of his followers left the Sabarmati ashram at Ahmedabad and made their way towards Dandi. Dandi is a name of a village of west coast of India. Gandhi and his followers started their journey from Sabarmati ashram of Ahmedabad to Dandi, and the distance was 385 kilometers. And they reached Dandi on 6th April 1930. And Gandhi started to protest against the salt law. Salt law was made by the British government, and according to the law, no one was allowed to make salt. But Gandhi protested against the law by making salt himself and throwing up a challenge to the British government. In the northwest frontier province, the movement was led by Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, who was also known as Frontier Gandhi. Okay? And in this movement, Gandhi and thousands of freedom lovers, including men, women, and children, were arrested. And at the meantime, the first roundtable conference in London was held, and it was boycotted by the Congress as the civil disobedience movement was going on. There was an agreement of understanding between Mahatma Gandhi and Lord Irwin, the Viceroy of India. After the agreement, the Indian National Congress agreed to suspend the civil disobedience movement, and it was also understood that the Congress would participate in the next roundtable conference. And the second roundtable conference held in 1931 in London, and Mahatma Gandhi participated in it. But the conference was a failure because no any decisions could be reached regarding joint or separate electorate and the number of seats for various communities. As a result, Gandhi returned to India from the second roundtable conference being disappointed. Okay? And after that, the civil disobedience movement was restarted in 1932. Okay? The restarting of the civil disobedience movement of 1932 will be discussed in your next class. So it is the time to leave you for today. Thank you.